Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Diamond Mom here again. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. I film about relationship, motherhood and lifestyle. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back. Few weeks ago, there was a tragic news on the internet about a woman that was murdered by a lady who was supposed to be a family friend to her and her husband. Apparently, this supposed family friend is the ex-girlfriend of this woman's husband, and after they got married, her husband introduced this lady to her to be more of a family friend. Now this woman, the deceased, is a youth corps member serving in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, and she had a son before her death. Now, on the D-Day, she was meant to go for a CDS, that is this weekly meeting that corps members do attend. She was meant to go for a CDS, and this lady, the alleged murderer, invited her, called her to stop over at her place before going for her CDS. So she was dressed in a full uniform, that is the full youth corps uniform. And then she left her home with her son to go to this lady's house. It was later discovered that this lady had teamed up with other bad guys to kill the deceased. Now, when the deceased got to the lady's house, she and the other guys, they poured acid on this woman. Having killed her, they took her body to a secluded area where they dumped her body. It was after how many days of searching, because those are the CDS were awaiting her and they didn't see her throughout that day. The husband also started to look for her. So it was later that the police now found out a body that was disposed somewhere, but because of the youth corps uniform that she was on, that was how they were able to recognize her. Now they later found out her son in a church also where he was dumped. Thankfully, they didn't harm this boy. This sad story brings to my mind the question of, like, how would a man who calls himself a husband to a lady introduce his ex-girlfriend to his wife? Even if it's not an ex-girlfriend, why should a married man introduce a female friend to his wife? Like, does it mean that his wife can no longer make friends of her own? Or does it mean that the wife is not allowed to choose friends, and then it's the husband that will have to select the category of women that befits his wife? Because I don't know why a married man should be in the business of introducing female friends to the wife, and the wife will be comfortable with her husband introducing a female friend to her, especially when that female friend is single, divorced or widowed. Now, I don't have problems with a man introducing like a married woman, maybe his colleagues or something. But then, especially when this so-called female friend that is about to be our family friend is a single lady, a divorced woman, or a widowed woman. See, to me, I feel you shouldn't start what you cannot finish. Don't even start what you cannot finish, because, of course, this type of situations never end well. Boundaries are meant to be kept. Boundaries are meant to be kept. Limits are meant to be kept. The same way a wife would not be able to introduce a single guy to her husband, like, my husband meets my friend, is just, I want him to be our family friend. It is the same way a man should not also introduce a single lady to his wife. There are some men that actually do this thing. There are some men that introduce a female friend to their wife so that their wife can be so comfortable around this woman. In order for them to pursue their selfish interest, they might have an interest in a single lady, and they will know that, okay, that there will be no better way to actually bring this supposed lady closer to the family than introducing her to my wife. Of course, if I introduce her to my wife, she would let all her guards down, and then she'll be like, okay, after all, she's a friend. So whenever she sees her husband calling this lady, she won't have anything at the back of her mind. Whenever this lady will be free to come into the house, sleep over, go out with her husband, go out with her, there are some men that actually do this because of their selfish reasons, and then their wife would be kept in the dark thinking that this lady is a family friend. There are cases also of where the man would actually be innocent, like the man just sees a lady that he admires and he wishes for this lady to be close to his wife. But guess what happened? That supposed lady, that supposed innocent lady, that supposed calm and admirable lady would now come into the home and start to manipulate the man and his wife. Of course, the man feels that this woman is so innocent. So even when his wife tries to tell him that, look, this woman is doing this, I'm not comfortable with it, the man will start fighting his wife just to protect that lady, because he feels that she's innocent. She doesn't have anything at the back of her mind. In fact, she's even trying to help us. She renders us assistance. She has been of good help to me and you. She has been giving me clients. She has been introducing me to so many business. So the man would never think that that lady can be capable of anything bad. Now, there are so many families that are into this mess right now. There are so many families whereby the husband introduced a woman, forcefully introduced a woman on the wife. You must be friends with her. And now that woman comes into the home. She of course, she knows that the man that introduced her to his wife, has nothing in mind. He's just doing it from a place of love and from a place of comfortability. But that single lady, she's looking for where to put her head in. And then she will do anything for her to make the wife look as if she's actually the bad one. In front of the husband, this supposed lady, she will be so calm, she would be so like powerless and so helpless. But when the man is not there, I just wish so many men can actually see the true colors of most of their supposed family friends, female family friends. For me, I think it's very, very bad for a man to introduce his single female friend to his wife, and for a lady also to introduce a single male friend to his wife. See, it never ends well. And I feel you should not even start what you cannot finish, because if I'm the one, I would come out plainly. I don't like you. I can't like you, and I won't even accept that relationship. In fact, I will make sure I destroy that relationship that you have with my husband, because of course, I don't know the extent that relationship must have gone for my husband, like for two of you to be so comfortable bringing it into the home, like until you want to take it to the next level of family friends. So it's best to destroy, it's best to limit it. Boundaries are meant to be kept in a marriage so that so many things would not go wrong. Now, it was when this when this alleged murderer was apprehended by the police, she confessed that she actually killed this lady. So it was a premeditated murder, that she killed this lady so that she will be able to marry the husband. So imagine. Now, you don't know the intention, you don't know the secret desire of that lady, of that single friend that you want to introduce to your wife, but you feel like, oh, she will be a great role model to my wife, she will be a great example to my wife, she will be this, she will be that. There are so many of these women that would come into the home and then they would turn that wife into slaves, with the permission of the husband, of course, especially when the wife has a weak character, when she cannot stand up for herself. She will only have to endure everything that this family friend mets out on her. And the funny part of this issue is, maybe when the man later gets aware of the secret motive of this lady, if he wants to cut it off, it will be very hard by then, because this lady has already entered, she has already gained like a certain control of the family, that it will be very hard to actually cut it off. It will either be done by force or it will not be done at all. It will not eventually end up in an amicable settlement. So it's best to not even start it at all, because it doesn't end well. If you really value and respect your partner and your marriage, you would know very much to not introduce the other sex to your partner, like to introduce a female to your partner, all in the name of family friend. The same way, if your wife values you, she would not introduce a single male friend to you. So it has to be mutual, and for the peace and sake of the relationship. There are some things that just bring about unnecessary stress, unnecessary arguments, like time that should be created, time that should be focused, that should be spent on things, on plans that would move the family forward, is the same time that you'll be wasting talking about somebody else, a total stranger. Now that stranger will be in her house enjoying because she has already poured the fuel, and then you and your wife, you will be fighting. You are this, you are wicked, why don't you want this lady is innocent, this lady is this lady is that, and then you continue to fight. You'll be seeing your wife as the devil, meanwhile you'll be seeing a stranger as the angel. It's very bad. If you really respect and cherish your marriage, you would know well to stay away from the opposite sex and don't impose any friendship on your partner. This is my own personal opinion on female friendships and husbands, or male friendships and wives. So this is my personal opinion on this. I really do not buy into the idea of a husband introducing a female friend to the wife and imposing the friendship, especially when that wife is not comfortable with that female friend, but you want to force that friendship on her, that you must. I like this lady, she is very good, she will teach you well. If your wife is not comfortable with this friend, fine, just let your wife be. But if your wife is actually comfortable with this friendship, fine, you can go ahead. So guys, if you have any dissenting view, any dissenting opinion from mine, please leave it in the comment section. Let's interact. And if you know you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.